Hello guys, welcome to ENbreezEN program from Team Enlight. Today we'll be looking at three topics. The first topic concerns SCBC, social and educationally backward class. We'll be looking at its key points and the constitutional provisions concerning the same, primarily from the prelims and mains perspective. Then we'll be looking at gravitational waves, the key points and their characteristics from the prelims perspective. Then we'll be looking at organization of the petroleum exporting countries, OPEC and OPEC plus, primarily from the prelims perspective. Okay. So the first topic that we are considering for the day is social and educationally backward class. This was in news because central government has said that it is planning to challenge the Supreme Court ruling on May 5th regarding SCBC identification and notification to a larger bench of Supreme Court. And if it fails to do so, central government plans to bring on an amendment to rectify the same. So before we go into the details, key points about the article and Supreme Court ruling, you should know the context, background about this news. The background of this news is that Maharashtra government had introduced a reservation for Marathas, and Supreme Court had actually struck down the reservation for Marathas in May 2021. So in this ruling, Supreme Court struck down the reservation for Marathas, stating that it violates Article 14 and Article 21, and it deprived the power of states to identify and notify social and educationally backward class. Now this is important. Before Supreme Court ruling, we had two lists of socially and educationally backward classes. One list was maintained by the center and one was maintained by the states. Now Supreme Court ruling essentially makes this a single list of SCBC with respect to each state and UT, and which can be notified only by the president and can be amended only through parliament. The Supreme Court ruling basically reduces the power of states to only recommendation of inclusion and exclusion of various classes into SCBC. Now, in this context, you should also know about the constitutional provisions of backward classes. Article 340 provides for the appointment of a commission to investigate the conditions of backward classes. The Constitutional Amendment Act of 102, the 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act is important in this context, which introduced two articles, Article 338B and Article 342A. Article 338B provides for the constitution of NCBC, National Commission for Backward Classes, which has become a constitutional body thereby, which was previously a statutory body. Article 342A empowers President to specify the social and educationally backward communities in a state. Now, in this context, you should also know the Indira Sawhney case of 1992, because it is in this case that Supreme Court capped all the reservations to a maximum of 50%, so that fundamental rights provided by Article 14 and Article 21 of the larger population is not violated. Regarding the mains perspective of this topic, you should know about reservation and reservation for different vulnerable classes, including the constitutional provisions regarding reservation, the current system of reservation that we have in the country, the efficacy of the system, the issues in the current reservation system, what are the reforms or recommendations of different committees in this context. So reservation is an important topic from mains perspective. Okay, moving on. The second topic that we are considering for the day is gravitational waves. It was in news because we have discovered a new source of gravitational waves, and it was discovered by LIGO scientific collaboration. It was in news because new discovery of gravitational wave is from a pair of neutron star and black hole. It is referred to as NSBH merger. It was discovered by LIGO scientific collaboration. Now, why is this important? News significant? Because it is the first time that we have discovered gravitational waves from a hybrid collision or a hybrid merger involving both a neutron star and a black hole. All the previous gravitational wave discoveries were either a pair of neutron stars or a pair of black holes, or due to a supernova explosion. Okay. And we also believe that this new discovery would help us understand the behavior of matter at extreme density. As the bodies concerned, both neutron stars and black holes involve matter at extremely high. In the context of the news, you should also know the basic characteristics of gravitational waves. Gravitational waves are nothing but ripples in time-space continuum. They form during cataclysmic events of universe, such as supernova explosions, colliding black holes, colliding neutron stars, and as mentioned above, colliding neutron star and black holes. You should also know that gravitational waves travel with the speed of light, and they were first theorized by Albert Einstein in the beginning of 20th century, although they were discovered only in 2015 by the same LIGO scientific collaboration. In this context, you should also know about LIGO India project, which is a gravitational wave observatory being planned in India in Hingoli, Maharashtra, and it is planned to be a part of worldwide network of LIGO. Okay, moving on. The next topic concerns OPEC and OPEC Plus. It was in news because OPEC and OPEC Plus have failed to have a consensus so far regarding the quantum of oil output that needs to be produced for global economy. What are the key points in this article? It consists increase in oil prices, which has said to shot up 40% increase in this year alone, which has led to increased inflation across the globe, and that has also led to slowing economic recovery from the pandemic. The article also mentions increasing shale gas output in US because of the rising oil prices. We'll come to that later on. We have to know about OPEC and OPEC Plus in this context. OPEC is a permanent intergovernmental organization formed as a result of Baghdad Conference in 1961. It was formed primarily with an aim of controlling the supply of oil and thereby its price. Its members include 2 South American countries, 6 African countries, and 6 Gulf countries: Algeria, Angola, Congo, Guinea, Gabon, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Venezuela are its members. It is headquartered at Vienna, Austria. Now, regarding OPEC Plus, OPEC Plus is a body of non-OPEC countries led by Russia, and it involves Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Brunei, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Mexico, Oman, South Sudan, and Sudan. Now, it is important to understand the geopolitics and OPEC Plus and their different aims. OPEC is led by Saudi Arabia and primarily aims to ensure the hegemony of oil in energy market and control its oil price. However, OPEC Plus, which is led by Russia, has other interest as well. OPEC Plus is concerned by the increasing oil price because it has led to increasing shale gas output in US, which could affect Russia's geopolitics. So although OPEC and OPEC Plus are basically oil cartel, their interests differ, and it is important to understand this difference in geopolitical interests and to answer with more news articles. We will join you tomorrow. Thank you.